Okay, I'm going to work on the sails now. I've got a piece of cloth, and I've drawn on the piece of cloth some triangular areas, and I'm going to take the hangers and I'm going to stretch them out and put them on there. Sort of got one almost ready, and it is right here. And I've got the hanger kind of bent already in the triangular shape that I want, and I'm going to hot glue the fabric closed over it. That way I can get it going. Okay, so I've been working on the jets, and you can see here I've added this one to the side of the thing, to the side of the ship. These are metal, and I've added the point of the pin into there, and I'm going to put these, I'm going to be placing these underneath in the back here. These are made out of metal so that we can put the pyrotechnics in there to make it look like there's fire coming out. Thought about placing them up here near the top. I don't know. That may look alright. That may actually look better. It just depends. Yeah, that may look better. Yeah, most likely. So I'll probably end up putting them up here. It's all part of the working process. You go through and you look and you see how things work out, see how it goes. One of the things I'm very excited about that I got finished is I got the command module. And I'll be placing that up here and placing the light here like that. And I don't know whether if you can see it, but I got it to where it can light up. And see. Yep, and I have, it's gonna be kind of cool, really nice. And when I go to paint, I'm gonna have to put tape around this right here in order to keep it from being painted over, but everything else will get painted. And I also have one of my sails, and the sails are gonna go basically somewhere in the front, kind of like that, on there. And there's going to be 3 of them, and I'll put them on there. Okay, so since the last episode or update, I have added in all the little pieces, the little jets on the side. That I added that little ring in there. I put the command module on top. Got it. Here, let me. I can turn it on. There we go. We got it turned on. Everything. Just added in a whole bunch of just little stuff, whatever little bits of things I could find. I just sort of threw it on. I don't know if you can actually see. I actually put on some wire and hosing going from down into it. Looks kind of interesting. I'll be taking photos of this before I paint it. Working on the sails, and the next thing I'm going to do is paint it. So what I've done is I've gotten the sails and I glued them to a piece of mat board and used them as a separate thing. I needed to do the mat board separate so that I could attach that later after I finish painting. Here is the ship with a base coat of Kiln's paint. I went ahead and put a piece of wood on top to get better strength for when I apply the sails. And I've painted everything white, base coat's white, and now I'm going to go and paint the main, it's a oiled bronze is the color that I am going to be painting it, and then I'll be doing the touch-ups. Okay, so I've done the dark paint. It's actually a bronze, oiled bronze. It's kind of a dark brown, looks really nice. I like it. It's got a nice sheen to it. See that? That's going to pick up light and everything really nice. I'm going to be adding in the final paints. I'm going to use some red and some black and some white and go and just do some details, just sort of give a little minor changes. Got my maiden on it's going to be on the front, and I will be painting her and taking the white areas and probably just making them red. And then I have little anchors. You can't really see those. Let's see if I can. Okay. I'm going to have these little anchors like that, and I've got these little anchors and I'll be putting those on. And then I have little skull and crossbones and little swords that I'll be adding. And I'll be painting her up and maybe taking the white areas and making them red, so it'll be kind of cool. And then I have to put on the sails. I have to put the sails on, but they're not sitting quite as flat as I want, and there's a lot of the just sort of like crappy looking, you know, glue. So I'm going to put on a railing around there, and I found some mesh wire, found some mesh that I'll be using, and putting that along the edge here, and sort of hopefully hiding some of that ugly glue. And yeah, and then I'll basically be done with this project today. It'll be great. Okay, so I have finished my ship. It's here, looks good. I like it. It's nice and dark. I'm hoping that it'll film well, and yeah, I like it. It's kind of cool. We'll take a look. We'll do some close-ups and let you see more. So as we approach the ship, here you can see the command tower. You can see the mast maiden in the front with the I've got an anchor and what looks like some jewels. I have some swords around there. Got the jets. Really like the way the jets worked out. Painted white on the back side of the ring because I want it to stand out a little bit more. And I'm hoping that everything will look really nice when we film. I like the shape of the sails, and I am really happy. And that's the ship. It's gonna look sweet when we film. It's gonna look really good. Cool.